American inequality continues to rise, and this rips apart the fabric of community that keeps society together. So, what institutions will save us? Who will bring together folks from high and low incomes? Is it libraries, post offices, or churches? No. And you'll be shocked to find out who does it best. Just published this year in the Journal of Public Economics, a paper researches class segregation in daily activities. They use cell phone location data, which is pretty cool. Despite many of the social problems of cell phones, this abundance of data at least allows us to study rigorously many big, interesting social science questions. They measure income from the census block you live in, that's represented here on the horizontal axis, and then see how often you visit places with people from other income levels, that's representing all the rows here. So, if you're right in the middle, you visit other folks who are also in the middle 24% of the time. And so we see folks in the third quintile are the most balanced. Perfectly balanced would be 20s all the way down. Looking at folks in the bottom 20%, we can see that they're relatively more isolated. But the folks at the top, they spend 63% of their time hanging out with folks from the upper classes, that is the top 40%. They're the most isolated group, living in their rich little conclaves. Isolation among the rich emerges in large part from the rich frequenting chains that expose them to more rich visitors. So, which places offer socioeconomic mixing? This still surprises me, it's not churches, which have a reputation for being great community builders in America. Poor folks go to church at poor churches, and rich folks go to church at rich churches. And even in the middle at 30%, it's relatively more isolated compared to other places. Libraries are also very isolated by income group, especially for the rich. It's 50% here at the top. And it ain't post offices either, because folks just use their own neighborhood post office. It's Olive Garden, y'all! We have a relatively low 28% for the rich folks visiting rich Olive Gardens, and a much higher likelihood overall that anybody encounters somebody from a different income group. If we separate this down by sector, we see that schools, fitness centers, supermarkets, and churches are all at the bottom for mixing incomes. The best places are restaurants, with full-service restaurants slightly beating out fast food. Why? Because folks are willing to go outside their neighborhood to go to Applebee's, Texas Roadhouse, Olive Garden, or Chick-fil-A. Now, does this really matter here? Are we actually picking up something substantive besides sharing a cuisine or gawking at each other in line at the store? Well, as it turns out, there's a pretty strong correlation between places that have a pretty strong income diversity and zip codes where folks have more income diverse friends on Facebook. And the paper does some fancy regression stuff to get a little more than just a simple correlation. Nothing is more American than Olive Garden, bridging our cultural and income gaps.